State and House lawmakers are debating whether to call for a constitutional convention. They want delegates from the states to be able to propose changes in term limits for federal officials and members of Congress.
Some are concerned it could open the door to a third term for President Donald Trump. WRAL Capitol Bureau Chief Laura Leslie is live at the state legislative building with what sponsors say about that. Laura.
You know, Dan, the U.S. Constitution provides for two ways to make changes to it. The usual way is for Congress to pass an amendment and then wait for 38 states to ratify it. That's how we've always done it. But the other option allows states to bypass Congress and propose their own amendments to the Constitution. And some say that could open the door to basically a full rewrite of the Constitution. The bill would add North Carolina to a list of 19 other states calling for a constitutional convention to propose amendments on term limits, federal spending, and federal overreach. Representative Dennis Rydell says it's time for the states to address what Congress so far has refused to.
I think it would be legislative malpractice if we did not rise up and seize every possible opportunity and means by which to control what seems to be an increasingly out of control federal government.
The push for a convention of states has been going on for many years. Supporter Frank Empey thinks the idea is catching on with more people.
The national debt just keeps climbing. That becomes more and more alarming to the people of this country. And the size and scope, a lot of overreach in every aspect.
The bill says the convention could address term limits for members of Congress and federal officials. It does not say which federal officials. President Donald Trump has talked about a third term in office, and some have said a convention could propose an amendment to make that possible. But Representative Mike Sheetzelt disagrees.
I know it talks about limiting the terms that people can serve, not expanding the terms that people can serve. So I think that's a pretty clear prohibition in there.
But Meredith College political scientist David McLennan says there's no constitutional standard to limit what the convention could decide to do once it's in session. It's uncharted territory.
You know, it's, again, like Pandora's box. The lid could come off and we could see a wholesale rewriting of the Constitution.
Now, supporters of the bill are downplaying that concern. They say that no matter what the Constitutional Convention might come up with, 38, that's 3/4 of all the states, would still have to ratify it before it would become law. Laura Leslie, WRAL News, live in Raleigh.